Hi guys.
We did
We're
it.
live. We're yap, and yapping.
I forgot to change that, but it still fits, so I don't feel as bad.
but it does fit. Though.
Yeah, it does work.
We do, in fact, yap a lot. What?
I made myself. I was dizzy for a second.
You looked up, and then maybe you're getting old.
I think you need to iron.
I messed up my neck last night when we were playing.
What were you
Because
playing?
I was miming my
Nebula.
automatic frost rifle on my mech.
You know, normal words.
Spoilers for last night's Defy Dragon. And I was like, and then I go, and I did it, and I was like, and then afterwards, I felt like a sort of pop, and then I was like, oh, did I do something?
This is
And it was a little sore for the rest of it, and I felt so lame.
This is what happens when we get old, guys.
Nebula! Oh, I gotta pull up the chat on my phone.
Yeah,
I'm
you
so
don't get
blind.
your
I can't
phone.
see from that far away. We usually have another screen, but we don't.
We old.
Yeah, I got the.
Hey guys, I
got
was
this
doing really
working.
good on Balatro.
Oh my goodness! You see the level of concentration we have here.
Good news, I got Team View on my laptop, so we can do whatever we want now.
Oh sweet! It says,
Whatever
"Welcome
we
to
want."
old age, Sully from Colby, who is not old.
Okay.
Who is famously not old.
Not
Famously
old.
not old. Definitely not older than me.
Hello, Link. How's it going? We've got another beautiful Tuesday. You know, this morning when I went to go ride horses, it was 45 degrees.
That has to be freezing. And
Horses
you're
do not
those
appreciate.
horses are sprinting too.
Yeah.
So it's just cold air all over you.
Yeah. The horses love cold weather because they're about 1,500 pounds. So the colder the weather is, the happier they are, which means the less rideable they are because they want to be free. They would like to be free spirits and just roam the forests. At least when it's cold. When it's hot out, they are potatoes. And they don't want to move at all. In fact, they would really prefer to just sit in a quarter eating hay for the entire day.
think I
Link
feel
says happy
rather the
birthday to
same
you,
way.
Sully, by the way.
What?
Link says happy birthday to you, by the way.
Happy birthday, Sully.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
You didn't tell me it was your birthday.
There's something
You
else.
changed it?
What's going on?
When'd you change your birthday?
I don't know.
We can legally change our birthdays? It's crazy.
Yeah, dang. Okay. Wow. This
Since
changes
it's a
everything
celebrate
about this.
birthdays.
This changes everything about this stream. We were gonna reminisce,
Totally
but now we're
fine.
Guys,
celebrating
a surprise
Sully.
party?
We're celebrating Sully, and that's all we're doing with
Now
that
that's
one.
how you'd really catch somebody by surprise. It's months prior to their birthday.
Yeah, I actually thought about that. I was like, if you wanted to do a surprise party for someone, just make it a random day of
Do
the
it at
year.
the wrong time.
Yeah, just make it a random day and just have a full birthday party.
Yeah.
Everything, pull out all the stops, have a birthday cake,
I'd love
everything. And
that.
just
That's so fun.
some random day.
I had a surprise birthday.
You did have a surprise birthday.
I did have a surprise birthday.
We were both there.
And you were there, and you were there.
Did it feel surprising?
A little bit.
My house does not have much room, so there's not much room for many
definitely
cars
pulled
to
up
hide.
and I saw, and I was like, "Is that Gary's car?" I was like,
Yeah. Well, the thought was there.
So yeah, I was definitely. When I arrived, at the point at which I arrived, I was like, I think that this is about to be a surprise party. But I was definitely shocked by how many people were there, and there were people that I didn't expect to be. I saw Gary's car, but you had hid most of the cars.
That was on them because they went, you have to hide the cars. And I went, physically where? And they went, don't worry about it. And then they
We
just took a
walked.
lap.
Yeah, we walked a long way.
Because I remember you
it
guys
was a
were
long ways. We were like hiking.
So I
Because
was
we didn't wanna get
definitely,
pulled over.
I was definitely surprised.
Yeah.
I was definitely, I had only confirmed a couple of people when I was walking in.
That house was full. My very small
It
house
was
was
very
full.
A lot of people. It was very sweet.
Yeah, it works out that we can cram a lot of people into really small houses because that's what we do all the time. If you are claustrophobic and don't like big crowds in small places, got news
I'm
for
not
you.
I used to be claustrophobic.
Oh.
My mom gets claustrophobic in crowds.
I think it's different if you know the peeps.
Yeah.
Like at my house, there's a lot of people in my house all the time.
Yeah.
But we're generally pretty friendly.
I have social anxiety, so I get more anxious when there's people around, not because they're so close to me, but because there's people around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I give you anxiety?
Not as much.
How about now?
Still not as much. Eye contact means nothing to me because I don't make it.
Yeah, me too.
Look at me.
Me too. I make very
No.
little. Okay. Oh, wait. So this is like, I don't know if this is spoilers or not. We did photos of like our crew. And because we don't have any pictures of each other, like we have 0. And part of it was that we had to stand there. We did doubles. We did singles first of all, and then we did doubles. And then we'd like stand next to each other and like pose and be like, "Yo, this is what I normally look like," and none of us knew what we normally looked like, so we just like flailed out of it. And then we did the doubles pose, and it was like stare into each other's eyes for like 8 seconds, which was an eternity.
Oh my god.
I'm like, it's too intimate.
Yeah, it was crazy. I did it the first time we ended up going. I was like, Nick, let's go take pictures. And it was the first time because we were like, this is so exciting, cool. And then they were just like, wait a minute, wait, we're taking pictures, wait. And we're like, me and Nick are staring at each other.
Like, I've
and
never thought about being this close to your face.
Literally, I don't think I've ever looked in your eyes, Nick. Like, this is a first ever. I've never.
Since when were they brown?
Yeah, like that's exactly. Taking pictures of a bunch of nerds with social anxiety is exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And Colby was kind enough to take our pictures, by the way. So he got to witness the entire catastrophe that is trying to get a bunch of nerds to, like, take pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Which is funny because we actually on camera all the time. So you'd think it'd be easy, but
You'd
no.
think. I don't.
Yeah, no, it is. They all had eye contact, apparently. That's because we are well-adjusted adults.
That's not quite the word I'd be diagnosed with, but...
No. When I went to the doctor, they were like, "You are a well-adjusted adult," sarcastically as I left.
I messed up one thing. I'll be right back again. I'm sorry.
Bye.
I won't be long. Don't worry.
No stress. Me and Sully can hold down the fort.
Yeah.
Okay, what is this? Oh, the 3rd standard deck. Ooh, we can start talking about magic while Corey isn't here. Dang, this will really stop.
I have a standard deck. We've played it with it like once, I think, and I like the
wait.
theme.
Oh, you play commanders.
Yeah,
That's the
because
difference.
commanders. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So commander, you have your commander, and it's 100 cards, and then standard 60.
Are you guys talking about anything interesting?
And
while I'm gone?
no,
No,
but
not really.
anyway, it was werewolf themed, which was super fun. But we haven't touched it since we actually like got into it then, because then we all just started playing Commander. So I don't think it's got to be somewhere in my closet.
So if it's like a were-rabbit, do they also bite you? Or no?
Probably.
If provoked.
That'd be a man rabbit. Part man, part rabbit.
A were
in Latin means man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So I learned this because there's the game Sonic Unleashed where he becomes a werewolf and a hedgehog, but they call him a werehog. So everyone was just like, that means human hog. So it's not quite that.
It'd be were-rabbit. That's what it is.
Yeah. I turn into a rabbit when the moon strikes midnight.
Because like it's by biting. So what if you had an animal that didn't typically bite? Although I have heard that rabbits do bite, so maybe. But they normally kick. I've always heard maybe it kicks you.
Like a kangaroo.
I don't know. Yeah, like there's not a kangaroo would absolutely just punch you right in the face. So there would be a very low epidemic of kangaroos.
If you could be a were animal, what would you be?
Now I'm really thinking the kangaroo is a great idea because you would mess some people up. Like a wolf, they're like, oh, that's kind of intimidating. A like hulked out kangaroo, a regular kangaroo comes at you. You're like,
I'm dead. They got claws. You know they have claws?
They balance on their back feet and they cook out like 15
I feel like you're going to be very easily found out, though, as a were kangaroo. You know what I mean?
I'm not
Like,
looking for stealth. This is a brute force.
How are you
looking
going to
for
protect
termination.
your life?
None of this is about a stealth mode.
You're always, if you have superpowers, you are at risk of being experimented on. That's like the thing.
You try and get me. I'm a kangaroo.
One of us can kick good.
Come at me.
You're not always a kangaroo.
I bet it's like hulking out. It's like when you're angry.
Yeah.
And
No, that's not werewolf. You have to go with the moon.
Hulk is just another flavor of werewolf.
Yours probably isn't even the moon. If you're a kangaroo, it's probably if you like drive by an outback or something.
Yeah, like an outback or like the grill gets turned on outside. I just
has like, ah!
Keep that shrimp away from there. Keep that shrimp away from there.
Exactly. That's exactly. If you were a werewolf, what would you be?
I don't know.
What would you want to be?
It'd be like
it's never really a choice. What do you want to be?
It'd be a tiny red-haired gorilla that looked like just like the one.
We need to start keeping that image on hand. Any moment.
Hey, what?
We can even pull up Sully
be
in
so-
her
no.
were form.
Yeah,
I'd be
It's
something really
natural.
sweet and palatable.
Like the gorilla. It was adorable. It was so cute. And then it was just evil. But it lasted the whole movie. So really, I'm saying your long ear.
I did last.
Sturdy
I did last.
material over here.
There he
It
is.
did last.
There
Nebula
she
said I would
is.
be a red panda. That's cute.
Oh, red painted. That would be good.
That one's cute. Oh my gosh. Are you actually gonna pull it up?
We have the technology.
Do we have the technology?
I do when I swap the camera, the screens really quick. Hang on.
Ah, I see.
And then I can do this.
Ah.
And then I can do this. And the bit was worth it.
That's
There it is. That's
Wait,
Sully.
So now they can only see that little gorilla?
No,
Yeah.
Well, and also us.
You can see what they see.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey!
yeah.
I have chat opened up on my phone.
That's Sully in
That's
her
Sully
wear form.
Yeah, that's actually, she got hired. She's actually
I'm kind of stanced up right there.
you kind of are though, right?
Kind of ready to kill.
You really are. So this is why Sully's like really rich, because she was in this movie and they used her. It's actually Sully. So like on the lowdown, you guys aren't allowed to tell anybody
Yeah.
this because like, you know, NDA
I was
and
not
all
credited.
That stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't credited.
Uncredited.
She ended up being a little
Did
bit
it
too
pro
intimidating.
bono.
She was intimidating to the other actors, and it like it was just
She
this
scared
whole thing.
Godzilla.
Yeah,
She scared
It was a
Godzilla
real
IRL.
problem. They had to like give him a lot more money.
Me and Godzilla were actually in a showmance. It was crazy.
Yeah, which is why
Wow.
it was so intimidating.
That's crazy for me. On like several layers.
Are you kidding me?
Considering
Don't
I'm
tell
not
me.
wearing currently I'm not wearing a Sully sweater, so this is pretty interesting.
Well, first of all, tell me you wouldn't be over the moon if
My
Sully-
girlfriend had sex with Godzilla. Of course I'd be over the moon. I'd be angry I wasn't invited. Secondly, I'd be scared. You're getting cancer. That's a blizzard of radiation.
That's why she's a were chimpanzee.
That's how it happens! That's how they get you
That's how they get you. That's
at the end of the day.
Maybe a were honey badger.
Oh, that's cute.
That's cute. That is cute. I love honey badger. There's a. So you know how like footballers have nicknames? One of them's a honey badger, and I'm like, that's the
Wait,
best.
do they have that?
Yeah. So like, there's like Megatron and like they just have different like personas,
I
and
know
one
they
of
do,
them's
but
the
I don't
honey
know
badger, and he's
Persona.
like awesome.
Persona. my other special interest. Anyway,
It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
video. It's a video game.
it's a game called
Persona?
Oh,
Persona.
Persona. I don't know. I've never heard
But
of it.
when they're powering up
You
their
wouldn't.
persona, that's what they do. Persona,
They just yell Persona.
They just yell Persona. That's
Hang on,
amazing.
I can pull it up.
like an
Persona.
anime
I like
sounding
it.
voice.
I like it.
Very,
I like it.
And then they probably do this or something.
They hang on. All of them are just the key art of Persona 5, which does not show the personas.
This is a great group to pitch this. I'm gonna go back and keep. I had started this game. I'm very very early into it. But I need to plan ahead here on who I should romance. So without spoilers,
Get hands on the
I need
screen. I'll do Persona
recommendations
4.
for which person to romance.
The guy that says Persona.
They
No,
all say
that's
Persona.
me.
Oh.
Oh, the one I was thinking of is me.
They all yell
Oh gosh,
Persona.
because listen, if you could pick, so you're playing as a boy. It's one of the girls that you can romance.
Okay.
One
One has an umbrella. I want the one with the umbrella.
Hey, I'm pulling
Because
it up.
that's like efficient.
because I don't like know that everything that happens. I know some of the
These,
stuff
this
that
is for
happens
Persona
early.
4, so these are not spoilers for you.
Oh,
Okay.
But this is what they
Ooh,
look like
that
in
one. You
general.
should
Oh, yeah, I
romance
am
that
talking
one.
about Persona
Romance
5.
that one. Or that
But no,
one.
it's not-
Ooh, look
this
at
one
those
isn't
eyeballs.
mine.
They
This is
can
what I'm
check
saying.
you
I'm
out
showing you
all
so
the
you don't
time.
know what. Because I assume you don't know what the personas look like in Persona
That one
5.
has
do
an
you?
umbrella.
those are monsters actually.
So these
Oh.
are when they yell Persona, this is what pops out of them. It's like a person or a thing. One lady has
I
a
thought it was the
motorcycle.
monsters.
No, these
we
are the personas.
clearly know a lot about
This is
this.
the main
What
guy
is
from
that
Persona
crotch
4.
cup?
Whoa, what?
You don't see it. You honestly see about this much of him, then he goes translucent.
That's what they wore in medieval times
Oh yeah, that's true.
with like
Yeah, the little codpiece.
Mm-hmm.
The giant codpiece back in the day.
I can pull up the Persona 5 personas if you want, but I just figured you didn't know them, so I didn't
No,
want to
yeah,
spoil
it's probably
it for
good.
you.
You
I
don't
want to
wanna
see
spoil
the girls. This is what I'm talking
These
about.
are
I need to
girls.
know
You want
who
to see the
to
girls of
romance.
Persona 5?
I need
Okay,
to
hang
know
on.
who to
Okay,
romance.
first of all, maybe
Oh, wait,
turn
maybe
off,
turn it off
yeah.
the-
I did. Don't worry, I have that button at the ready. I know what
Well,
these
because
go
here's the
these
thing.
look
I'm
like.
playing like whatever deluxe version, whatever Corey has, and he had the real good one. So I know that it gives
Royal.
you the royal. So I know that it gives you an extra person to romance.
Yeah, this isn't her.
Because she's brand new. She's new in royal, and like this like revamped edition. And she seems cool and all, but because she's new and they added in like these cutscenes to introduce her after the fact that the game was made, it ends up like it seems like the game really, really wants you to romance her.
Gotcha.
In fact, one of the there's a weird cutscene early. You've met her twice in passing, not like even had a significant conversation. And one of the teachers asks you if you think that she's cute.
Oh,
It's a teacher.
I think people do that in real life though.
It was weird.
It's always weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I find that weird because happens remarkably often.
Yeah.
All right,
If
well,
someone walks by that happens to be the opposite gender or just happens to be there and like there's a person, they're
Yeah.
like, you think they're cute, and I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
I haven't even whoa,
Mhm.
whoa.
All right,
Well,
this,
and
is,
it's
this
a
is the best.
teacher.
This is the best I can pull up. You can't romance her. Don't mind that. These
Okay.
are all of the romance people you can
Are these
romance
their
in the game.
tiers of romance?
This
or
is
they're
this is the best I
them
can
as
find
people?
without it
This
being
is somebody else ranking them.
Yeah, somebody ranked them. I cannot
Okay.
find full body shots without it being gross.
Well,
I'm gonna tell you right now, the second person on the S tier is not an option.
Oh.
She is like 14.
She's
okay.
like way younger than the rest of them, and they kind of anyway. There's
Well, it's
a
funny
whole
that-
online discourse about that chick, but the other one on S tier is the new one.
Oh, okay.
That's Kasumi.
Well, they're both the two top tiers are red haired, so that says something. I think the one.
Putting her at D tier, by the way, crazy, insane to put
I
her
actually
way
like
down.
her a lot.
She's like a goth doctor.
Yeah, I like her a lot.
She's the like
She
it's
does
like
experimental.
yeah, because like when you go to her to get your health items, and she's like, well, I don't care what you do with the drugs afterwards, I guess, but if you help me test this drug, then I will give you whatever you want. So she's
Is that your teacher?
yeah, you can romance your teacher.
What?
You didn't get that far. I'm almost positive you can't romance her.
I want
Because she's very story related, and like you just progress your relationship
I
with
was
her
gonna
through the
say
story.
I know who she is. That'd be so surprising to me.
I actually, based off of this, the one you can't romance would be my top tier because she looks just like the blonde lady in Atlantis.
Oh, the movie
Yes.
Atlantis.
Yes.
Yeah. The
And
silver hair.
yes.
That is
she
absolutely
does.
what I'm
Yeah.
like. Go for her, but she's not
Mhm.
romanceable. The one with the short black hair, I like a lot.
This one.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
She looks cool.
She's always my second choice. I always go for her.
Corey always goes for her. The only bummer is, well, and actually, I
Haru
don't
at
know.
A is also. This is an insane list. You know, to each their own. But Haru at A is also
That's what
pretty
Colby
crazy.
said to do is Haru.
Haru's nice, but she shows up so late in the game that by the time you can start doing your romance with her, she's just like the game's like you're in the third act. Like
Yeah.
it's very
So that's
hard.
another concern of mine. Is I'm very big. Corey knows this. Every time that we try and play games together, I really crave narrative games.
Oh yeah.
And so I need to know what is going to be the best story that I would enjoy personally, but also like just a good story in general. Because like that's my only fear with doing. Because I thought about doing the medicine lady, and I don't know that this is the case. But my fear is that because she's not in like your crew, that I'm gonna get less interaction with her. Because only
No.
some of these girls are in like your game.
Right.
They all service the story at some points. Even your crew members. So like On is one that you get. She's in the core 3. Our core 4. There's like 4 of them that are like your core group at the beginning. She's in that group, and she's pretty consistent throughout it. But she'll take back seats to let other characters take the front seat. So it's like that's how it kind of works through the whole time.
I have something. I've changed the title of today's show.
Okay. We're not reminiscing. We lie.
We are not reminiscing of Starfinder and Strange Aeons. And I guess we could do Age of Ashes, but maybe just Starfinder of Aeons.
Yeah, this is going off the screen
Who
now.
would you date? Who would you not date? And we can pull up their art.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good. Hang on.
Okay.
Let me. You start
No, this
thinking. I
is
have
good.
to swap over.
Clear
some
the
screens.
table, because I've got opinions.
This is important.
This is
guys.
good.
This is very important.
I can already think of names.
Yes.
I already have a list of people who would be like
I think we should start.
really
where do we
good
wanna
literary tropes.
start? I think we should. Well, I don't know. I want to start with the strongest. Secrets is the strongest because I love the art from Secrets.
Yes.
I'm such a fan. It's my favorite art
Oh,
I've ever
dude,
done.
see, for me, Aeons is gonna be my biggest because I've got thoughts.
Yeah, I know, but the art's bad. So I don't know what to tell you.
That Reese art's really good.
The Reese art's
The
really
Reese
good.
art's
I
really
did not
good.
put the Reese art on here because I forgot NPCs from Strange Aeons. Sorry about that.
Dang.
So let's start. We can
Reese's
just.
not in here.
No, I know. It's
Okay,
player
well,
characters.
Reese goes without
AJ
saying.
sent it to me forever ago, so I could dig it up really if I really want to find it, but it would take a
We
while.
have a
Reese
lot of
goes
characters.
without saying. Absolutely
No,
without saying.
that's true. Okay, so
Not
let's
only
go.
is like her art really good, like the second art is really good, but like just personality wise,
It's
she's
great.
like peak
It's really
for
that is
that
true.
literary kind of romance, the ones that you really like.
It is absolutely fair to include Reese because we have some bangers. That is absolute fair tier. She's in a tier. She's fair. It's fair. Fair game. I think we should just, for fun, go through the extra art and pull out whatever randos we think.
I volunteer to date Bryn Art Reese.
Can you put your phone here? I don't have any way to access chat. I just realized.
I didn't realize everybody else was also talking about Reese.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is. I'm sad, but I didn't add that actually. I went through a lot of the art trying to find all of it, but just as a first warm up here, we're just gonna pull out art off of the extra art and see who we would date, just
Okay.
based off of the art.
So for
on this
extra
one.
art, you
extra
said?
art, yeah. Just go through. We can just go through off
Just
of.
based off of the art.
Really quick, I just want to say to Link to wrap up the Persona talk. He said, "I want to, but I don't know if I would like the virtual novel portion. It's not fully a novel. There's some reading, but it's more like a show. You're more like watching a show than reading a novel. If you want to read a novel, play Disco Elysium. If you want to watch a show, play Persona 5. Like that's kind of how I categorize those in my head.
It's so fun.
Um,
It's so fun.
Anyway, sorry. That's the wrap up of that.
It wouldn't be fair to include. It would absolutely be fair to include Reese. We've got. Have you seen the Starfinder characters? Have you seen the Starfinder NPCs?
NPCs are good.
I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. Okay, so
so
we'll
just-
scroll through.
Scroll through
Okay.
them.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't
she's
know.
a
if we-
minor.
She's minor.
She's a minor.
So no.
No.
Out immediately.
Out.
It's not-
immediately.
Is it up?
It's a slow
Oh,
delay
mine's
for us,
delayed.
but it's okay.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Obviously.
Yeah.
I think.
Stepping outside of her being my character's mom, yes.
Free not.
What?
Really?
No, absolutely.
She's got
awesome.
so much emotional issues to deal with.
That's everybody.
That's
Are you
everyone's
kidding
got
me?
issues. What are you
Yeah,
talking about?
no, like,
please.
she's
Some of
emo-
us have issues in a body, okay?
No.
Some of us kind of have
But,
it all.
like,
She's emotionally unavailable at its finest. There's
Look, that doesn't mean we wouldn't have a great time.
Yeah. We don't need us necessarily
I
lock
need a
in fully.
No, I need a lasting relationship.
Oh, okay. You're
I'm
looking for
dating my
lasting-
characters to marry.
Okay, no, that's not. Well, I mean, honestly, we'd probably make a lot of money.
Is this us
Um,
personally dating them, or just like as a romance? Like,
Both. You can just
Okay.
you can decide that as we go. Okay, we can skip through. Some of these are just like
These are from the Oops All Rogues one shot
yeah,
we did.
right.
oh gosh, one of those is me, and I don't even know.
Yeah, I know. That's what I want to go through this. So I
Ooh.
actually really like my charter on Abomination Balls. She's
She's
pretty
the most
amazing.
hear me out of all of them.
Yeah, right.
Like of how bonkers she was and how obsessed with centipedes she
Yeah.
got at the end there, and just she's dirty. Like, you could look at someone and be like, you're gross.
She exists in a alternate universe in like some coming of age movie starring Michael Cera.
Yeah,
like that's who
yeah.
she's romancing
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
at the end of the
basically
day.
that's basically it.
She's almost Juno.
Yeah, kind of.
Pass.
Pass. He was
Really,
so-
I thought you would say yes because he looks just like Asterion. He looks like almost just like
he does
Asterion.
kind of, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean,
mean,
he's
he's
very
very handsome.
handsome.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not handsome.
I don't really. I mean, I don't feel like he gives off the right vibes to like for me to be like, yeah, that's date or anything.
He's the kind of guy I'd have a crush on, but I don't think that it would work out.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Lifelong husband right there. No.
It's a pass. It's a pass.
He may be a little bit too old for me. He is a gnome, so he's got to be at least 300.
He also believes every conspiracy to ever exist.
She would
Yeah.
bankrupt me. Oh, as you're talking about my character, she would bankrupt me on hairspray alone. Boy, howdy.
And you would
I
bankrupt-
went through hairspray. Dang.
That was what we were talking about on Defy a Dragon. I still do believe this. I believe in any good campaign, every player gets to make one thing canon. And I was thinking, I remembered that yours was aerosol.
Our three things was the Catholicism,
Catholicism. The Catholic
cancer.
Church. No, I didn't lock in cancer.
We got cancer.
Nope, I didn't lock in cancer.
And a third
not
horrible
locking
thing that
that
I
in.
don't remember what it was.
It was,
Corgis.
corgis.
Oh, yeah.
It's corgis.
That's good. Corky's worked.
No.
I don't know. He
that
seems,
one's my biggest no.
Yeah, he
Really?
seems really sleazy.
He
I would-
does seem sleazy.
There's a part of me that I wouldn't hang out with him, but I'd be a little curious.
No,
He's
he's
pretty
looking
handsome.
at me
He
in
is
a
pretty
way,
handsome.
in a way I don't appreciate, and you can tell. I mean, obviously we don't
It's a
share.
No, I
That's
don't
a
think.
dog.
Honestly,
Problem.
like it is a dog. It's also like a little bit too dog for like even the furries. I think. I mean, maybe not, but like.
No, there's no such thing for them.
Oh, is that not a thing? Okay.
I don't
Well,
think so.
still, I also don't really like the art for that one, so I'm gonna say no. Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Look at that handsome man.
I'm about to eat my words on the emotionally unavailable.
Yeah. Talk about emotionally.
I'm about to
unavailable.
eat him. I'm about
This man right here.
I'm
Barely
gonna say,
functioning.
no, hold on. I'm
Barely
gonna say
functioning.
maybe because I'm
Look
waiting.
at that smirk. Look
I'm
at
gonna
that
say
smirk.
maybe because I know. Here's the thing: is that there's coming up one that is going to eclipse my feelings for Grandpa.
That doesn't mean it doesn't diminish his value though.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
I
This is
think-
not like an either
Okay,
or.
I'll say
Yeah.
I'll say
I
yeah.
like him a lot. He's great.
Minor. That's a
Minor,
minor. That's a minor. That's a frog.
Super a minor.
But look at how adorable.
But hold on,
he
go
is.
back because we haven't seen him in so long. He's so look at his
He's
little
so
knees.
adorable. He's so
Gosh, he was so cute.
And his cute little feet. I'm so happy with how his feet came out.
My little
about
doofus.
him, I just miss him.
He's just the best. I'm
Man,
just gonna make,
Malevolence was so much fun. I
He's
miss
so-
doing that show.
and I love the art.
Talus.
Alice is good. I like
That's
Alice.
my hard yes.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
I
Really?
love a silly little guy.
You love a guy who's a hoarder.
I like him a little silly. What can I say? He's a goofy little idiot. I'm so
Is he
into
good?
that.
I just remember him being angry.
Huh?
yeah.
I just remember him being a very angry
Angry
man.
man.
He's inventing weird things, pulling stuff out of his bed. Everything about it is he has to be.
He's
I
very-
like him a little silly.
Link says very strong one night stand energy. I'm pretty sure that's for
For
I don't
Gramps?
think that's for Gramps. I think that's probably
Oh, yeah.
for
Who
the
was
guy
that
with the
for?
coin.
Who was that for?
Yeah, who is that for? Was that
For the
guy
dog?
with no, the guy with the coin.
The dog.
No, that
Him?
one. He has one night stand energy. But maybe that's not what Link is
I'm not
talking
gonna be proud about it though.
about. I don't know.
That's me. That's a minor. I remember.
That's a minor?
I remember it was mine.
That's a minor.
It's a minor. It's a no-go.
Don't ask me his name.
Another dog?
I really like this art though.
It's cool.
This art came out really well for being the highlights.
I'm a little scared of him though.
Yeah.
Oh
yes.
Done. Is that even a question?
Is this Marcus?
Oh, that's right. It's
suave.
Marcus's, and he never.
He
that
couldn't
was
make
when
it
his
that day.
car. Yeah,
Oh no.
it never saw the light of day.
It's pretty good though. He takes himself very
that
seriously.
you?
Yeah, I think that was me. Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Yeah, he looks very serious.
He's not. He's a selfish lover.
Yeah, it would
He's
be-
there to
yeah,
get the
right.
job done that he's
Right.
done.
That's I agree.
As a cat.
That's just a cat.
Yeah, it's a cat.
Just a cat.
That's
also
a minor?
kid.
That's
a
a minor.
minor.
We have a lot of minors. That's what
What
I'm
about
really
the minor?
realizing. We have a heavy theme going on here. Yeah.
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 I think so too.
Yeah.
I think honestly this person would be great to be around. Honestly, I think probably one of those most enjoyable friends without if you never had to rely on them or work with them at all.
Yeah.
This person would be great to hang out
I
with.
actually don't think so.
You don't
I
think
just
so?
Really? Not
I
even
feel
just to
like-
say that you did?
I don't want to tie her down.
What? Nothing could tie that down. Are you kidding me?
Exactly. That's why I
You
feel like
wouldn't tie that down.
I feel like I don't
I mean,
belong in this
because,
picture.
This is because you're looking long term here.
Yes.
I've not been looking long term in the slightest
Okay,
for any of
Zero.
these.
You guys are
Energy
playing Smash
here.
or Pass. I'm ranking the romance option.
Okay, the
Okay.
romance option with this for me would be 0.
Yeah, 0.
Yeah, so
Actually
far,
0.
Yeah.
0 for these.
Better, yeah.
Especially with the minors.
Yeah. Probably a no. I'm just gonna say.
Now that's the one.
Now
night
for
stand.
for a smash, I would say yeah, because there's a fun
That's the
surprise
one
with
night
it.
stand. If there's
Very
any one of these that is,
There's a very fun little treat for you
Yeah.
later when you get home. But long term, no, they're basing it off a lie.
Yep.
No,
No.
I'd actually
Who- is this
pencil
William
dive.
Shakespeare?
Yeah.
pencil tackle.
Yeah. I can't remember.
When
who-
did we have William Shakespeare?
This was on like our baby's first Pathfinder. That was the baby's first.
This was our very
Pathfinder.
first UGT
First
stream.
UGT
Who was
stream.
playing William Shakespeare?
It was like I don't know. Honestly, it
I
was
don't
so
remember
long
this
ago.
character.
It was a long time.
Yeah,
That was Gary. That was Gary's
Oh.
character.
very Gary character.
Very Gary character.
Very Gary character.
I actually like this character. I wish this character was
I'm
like
sorry
a
to
full
say I
character.
passed.
What? No,
Yeah,
that's
dude.
absolutely what?
No.
What kind of
He would have to warm me up. He'd have to put some effort in for
No.
me. And if he doesn't want to, then I'm also not gonna not gonna go for
He's
it.
gonna
you know?
warm you up. Oh. I think he's super sexy. I think that one's definitely a smash for me.
That's a carrot.
That's a kid.
That's a carrot.
That's
That's a
gotta be
kid.
That looks
Minor.
like a kid. Look at it.
Surely it
you
is,
could
right?
not be less of a kid. That's a kid pose right there.
I'm not. Yeah.
Here is my pile of
Regardless,
dirt
it's
with
also
little
a
kid.
carrot.
Yeah, that's true.
There's several factors in this
I
one
wish
that,
you
that
could-
confirms the
Right,
pass.
Right.
That's
Smash!
yeah. All right, you got it.
If you try to, you will smash it.
That is
It's
a
gone.
long-term relationship
What
material.
is that?
They will be
What is
consistent. It's 3 sticks tied together.
Why is it the characters?
It was an actual character.
And
I worked really hard on that art too. I don't know if you can
What?
tell the detail, but there is detail in
Hang
this
on.
art.
Enhance.
Enhance.
Look at all that. Look at all that cute character art.
This is before you knew about brushes too.
Yes, this was
Yes,
before
no
this.
eyes.
All of this was before brushes, by the way.
Oh, that's so funny.
Unless you're emotionally unavailable. Not a problem for me. I'm okay with this, and we have discussed in this is not going to be a long, I guess the subover. This would be a great long-term relationship because you'd never get in any fights.
I wouldn't even know where to start with anything with it. I don't know how to communicate with it, let alone fight.
It's like having a pet rock.
Yeah, it'd be just like that.
Oh, smash. Oh,
Smash.
that's so
Oh.
easy, smash.
Yeah, I like her a lot.
Oh, she's pretty.
She's very pretty. And she looks very calm. I like the
Mhm.
serenity kind of thing. I like her a lot.
She seems like she'd be a good friend.
Yeah, that's very true.
I like his vibe, but
I like his
I'd
vibe.
hang
It's
out
a
with
friend
him
vibe,
any
yeah.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bewildered.
I would go on a fun little adventure with him.
But do you like his cute little coat?
I do like his
love
coat.
all of his vibes.
Little leaf coat?
Oh no.
I like that because it's titled AJ Coconut. It's like, yeah, that's AJ.
It looks just like.
Yep. These were really fun to make. Actually, these are super fun to make.
It's a pass for me.
Probably a pass for me. It
Also
looks,
childlike.
Well, it's like a grandpa childlike.
He's
Yeah.
got full facial hair.
In the sense, okay, Smurf-like, I guess, where it's
Yeah, a
like
little
they
bit
still
Smurf-like,
they
yeah.
have kid-like qualities even though they
Yeah.
look old.
Right.
This is a
alternate
chicken wearing
draft.
a coconut.
Yep.
It's AJ Coconut again.
Yeah, that was a different draft.
Whoa.
So this is
There's a lot.
for the Frozen Flame.
She's got fawn legs.
See?
Yeah, she's a satyr. Honestly, super cool. I like her a lot. I'm down. We would honestly probably get along well too.
It's
She looks
I have a
pretty
hesitancy,
Yeah.
but I'd be interested.
Mhm.
I'm
tiefling?
open, you know.
Uh-huh.
A tiefling is what I hear
With
Oh.
satyr legs.
with satyr legs. I clearly didn't know what a tiefling was, so this was a long time ago. I get words from people and then I don't know
This
what they
one's
mean.
a hard yes for me.
Yeah, I like this guy too. Also,
Yeah.
look at that hair. Like,
Oh.
damn.
Hair's cool. The antler weapon is
Hair.
cool.
Yeah, the antler weapon's super cool. He's got a good vibe too. Like, he seems like
Yeah.
kind of. I like him.
He's inviting even though he has a skull on his shoulder.
Oh no, it is. I mean, was it a satyr? I don't know. No, that's how I described her. I don't know.
I don't know.
These are things.
Next.
Kind of child vibes here.
Yeah, there's a little too much
no.
It
child
may be
in
like,
this.
even if not child, it's probably like 16. And she just looks very innocent.
Yeah.
Definitely
Maybe a little
minor.
Yeah.
Very cool though.
No.
I like that a lot. Me.
I mean, he's cool. Don't get me
Smash.
wrong.
Smash right there. That's
But
all
I
you-
can't. I'm not approaching him. I can't.
Are you kidding me? I would be.
No.
We would be besties.
This is the
I'm
other. This is the
frightened.
other side of the spectrum with your character, where it was like, you know they're dirty, but I'm curious. This is I know
Right?
they're dirty, and I'm not curious.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm curious. I'm like, this is me all day long. I love them.
Mm-mm. I'm so fully aware of my own like size and height. I can't approach that person. I'll be frightened.
No.
He looks very angry. He looks like he has serious anger problems, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be a no for
He
me.
looks like he's roiding out or something right now.
He's a wild card, and I
Yeah.
don't want
No.
that.
Yeah, he's a little dangerous. He may actually. The other guy looks very calm and collected. He's like the chief,
Yeah.
the chief of the clan or whatever. This guy's just like a murder hobo.
I don't trust his vibes.
Yeah, he's. Oh, look at that
The
smirk.
Smirk.
That's a pretty good smirk. I like this guy a lot. Absolutely smash.
Hmm.
I'm passing.
What?
Hey,
Look at him. He
you know,
looks like
maybe-
a jovial dude.
I just don't like the hairiest types, I guess.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
this is what I'm learning.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm a little interested, but I'd have to
Look
be
at how kind
convinced.
his eyes
I'd
look.
have to be convinced. That's why I'm interested.
He's
See,
eyes
to
look
me, he
so
looks like
kind.
he thinks he knows better than I do. And he might know better, but I don't like that he thinks he knows better.
I don't think he looks like
No.
arrogant. He looks very kind. He's like grinning rather than smirking.
Okay. I trust him.
Him.
This guy I trust.
Good amount
Big no
of
here.
big no.
Big no. I mean, it's not that I don't like the guy.
So the problem I have with this is that I created all of these.
Yeah.
So I'm like it. If I didn't like
You've
it,
got bias.
Yeah. Big fan.
No, if he's got all these pots and pans, he knows how to cook, he knows how to care, and then I'm
yeah,
there.
That's true. That's true.
You know?
True.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, duh, yes. I romanced Carlac, of course.
She was so cool. Just like, I mean, what a cool character.
Do they all work in a restaurant?
I don't really know I don't know what the thing. I think this was Extinction Curse too.
Oh, because this guy has pots and pans, and she has like an apron, and
Yeah,
I don't know what
that's
she's
true.
holding. It looks like
It's
she's
a
washing
beer
it.
mug.
She's
Yeah, she's a
washing a dish.
bartender.
Okay, so yeah, it looks like they all just run a restaurant, which is a fun idea.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay.
Yes. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%
Also,
for
that
sure.
outfit's banging.
Yes.
Outfits, yeah, it's the
Big fan.
style that's carrying her there for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
she
there.
looks.
She's
I'm
got
there.
that, like,
She looks
it's the
intolerable to be
expression.
around now.
No, I'm there. She got
Yeah.
me. She caught
Yeah,
me with
right,
it.
yeah.
I'm in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now.
Big yes. So I'm now here I come on the long-term relationship scale.
This
Does
is
that not look like
definitely
like
long-term relationship.
100? This looks healthy.
Yes,
This
that's
look-
true. That's true. I like it. I
These
like
look
it.
so sweet.
Yeah, their vibe. I'm liking their vibe. I like where they're at. I'm in. No, yes. You know, I had to really double take that one.
I like this one a lot. I would
It's
say
like
yes.
Proud Family.
Oh yeah, I guess so. I always thought she looked
Like
a
the
little bit more.
smile. That's like how they do the big grin.
That's true. That's true.
Mhm.
Very
Oh,
similar.
I'm
Very
rocking
similar.
with her.
I like her a lot.
She seems cool.
That's a cat.
That's a cat.
It's just a cat.
It's a great cat though.
It's
It is
good
a
cat.
really
Really
good
good
cat.
art. I would buy a poster of this cat.
Like
But-
the girl, the romantic interest in Ratatouille.
I was gonna say Aristocat.
We have
Oh,
the
that.
Cooking Mama campaign. We have I vote for Roshin's adopted dad from Age of Ashes. Yeah, actually, I can totally see that. I can fix her anything. I wish I knew what. I wish we had these like where we could see which one was referring
Yeah.
to what.
If I can fix her energy.
Yeah, I don't know. It might have been the one with the. Well, I don't know.
Any of these women look fixable.
Yeah. Well.
Whoa.
All right, hang on. I've got a lot to think about on this one.
I don't know. I think,
I'll have to pass.
yeah, I might have to pass. Just because, like, I mean, the dwarf thing is the thing for, like, they like their women with beards. It's the dwarf thing.
I think I'm just intimidated at the end of the day.
That is true. That
There's
is true.
a vanity to this. There's a vanity to this that I could not get
we
over.
would be really good friends.
Yeah.
I would
She-
get
she
along
could
with
win
her,
me over.
Absolutely.
She could win me over personality wise,
Yeah,
like after
right.
like a week
That's
or two.
true. That
and
is
then
very
I'm
true.
like, you know what? All right, I can look past this.
Yeah, I can look past this. Absolutely. Probably a pass, although I do like this character.
I like it. Yeah.
No.
I like him for the Saturday morning cartoon vibe.
Yeah.
But I would not hang out with him.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
That's the last one.
Okay, sweet. Okay.
Oh,
Excellent. Those are the random pictures. Random marks that we couldn't remember for anything.
that's the next WWE Women's Champion.
Absolutely. She would throw
Now
down.
this one, we know who you're talking about.
Yeah, we know exactly who you're talking about.
All
Okay.
right. Who do we want to do?
Let's do Strange Rounds. We can skip Age of Ashes since we don't really know. Okay, so
we
these
go.
were the
Oh,
OG.
okay, hang on. They're pulling up.
Yes.
They're pulling up on. Here, I can just pull those so they can see this at the very least. But
Yeah. The OG groups that we had to choose from, although they're a little bit shaded in for the
Dang.
posters. So that was originally Colby. That's the one he chose.
so this is
It
current.
looks very different now, by the way. Things have happened because I realized how orcs are supposed to look. Because I think he's supposed to be a full-blooded orc.
He is.
So at this time, I didn't really know what that meant. Like I knew.
Yeah.
What's the difference
generally-
between like this and a full-blooded orc?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that would like it has a much squarer jaw.
Gotcha.
It looks much bulkier. Like this one has a very human-sized head, so the top of the head is the same.
Mhm.
It's like a very symmetrical head. And with orcs, they have a very small head and a very giant jaw. So like all of the proportions go down. On the
Gotcha.
head.
Yeah. Listen, it's time that we all stop pretending. We all saw the new character art for Strange Aeons, and it's time for us all to admit that MD's hot.
MD's hot.
He's sexy
MD's
as hell.
hot.
You can't get over it.
I appreciate it. Honestly, this actually I love.
He's so jacked
Absolutely
in that new art.
Yeah.
Boy's ripped.
Yep.
He's been eating his protein.
Yeah.
And we just honestly we just never gave him enough attention until this point. It's it's time to stop pretending.
Well, he
as
had
a collective.
Easy. He had easy to compete with.
And here's
So,
the thing.
like-
Here's the thing. Is that I was waiting for this category.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
if I would forsake any other person in this guy. I don't care. Easy is the
That is true.
sexiest mofo to
Yeah.
enter this room. I don't care.
I disagree. I think he's
This
average.
look no.
Me too.
I think he's
When
fine.
I drew him, I was like,
Oh
this guy's
my gosh,
incredibly
he's
average.
so
It's
fine.
a pure 5 out of 10.
He's so fine. And what makes it even better when we're talking about this long-term energy is what do we remember? We need a silly little guy. And that's it. He's a goofy little idiot.
That's true. That's true. That's true. So then we had the two next to, or just things we didn't pick. So we can just basically skip the two next to just for having them.
Oh, whoa. That was
Just-
so different.
I know. So we tried, and then this is easy alternatives. So
Whoa.
these three were what easy could have been, which is kind of why I wanted to do this, because it's crazy to think what the story would have been like.
Wait,
If
what's
you
the
guys
one
look
that he
like this.
picked? What's
So it's
he
the one in the next one, the middle. That's actually easy what he looked like originally. But because they were supposed to be really gaunt.
Yeah.
picked? Yeah.
Because they were supposed to be really, really skinny, really, really pale. And then the next one just looks like Manchaw to me, but you know, whatevs.
That's just AJ again.
Yeah, no,
Any
it looks
bald
just
man-
like Manchaw. Like
Any
Manchaw
bald man
looks
with a beard is
just
AJ
like
to me.
this.
I've never
immediately.
seen Manchaw, so
He
I
looks
don't
just
know.
like this.
But I believe you.
It looks just like this. Anyway,
Easy
so
is
those
a
are
2.5 out of 5. You're out of your mind.
very average. Very
That's,
average.
yeah, it's
No,
average,
no,
yeah.
no, you're out of your mind.
That's about where I put him, honestly.
But isn't this crazy?
This
I
is
love,
what's gonna send me to the asylum.
It really is. I love looking at these because it's like what could have been if they had just chosen a different picture. Because that was the
Yeah.
only thing you could choose from is different pictures. Not that it would have changed the characters much, but kind of.
It would have influenced it a lot.
Yeah. And then I kind of hate the next ones because they look so funky. They didn't come out the way I wanted them to. They look so squashed. And I didn't realize that at the time I was looking at them too closely. So those ones are terrible.
Are these
It
brick?
was that one. Yeah, it was brick.
These
The
are
first
bricks.
one. Yeah, that was
That's
the
what he
first one
said.
he's picked.
Gotcha.
And apparently they don't have hair, so I
Oh.
didn't know that either. So that's the thing. And then we come to
Oh my god.
this is what Cammy
There could have been a pixie cut Cammy.
Yeah, we had Pixie Cut. We had this looks just like Jinx from
Yes.
Yeah, like
What's so
powder.
crazy is I hadn't seen I had not seen Arcane when we first started playing Age of Aeons, but I did notice the comparison.
Age of Aeons.
Age of
Age of
Aeons.
Aeons. Oh my god. But I do remember I very, very nearly picked this one. I
Yeah.
was so torn.
Yeah, I
I
really
was
liked
so
this
close
one.
to picking that one.
I was kind of sad he didn't because this is my favorite. This is my favorite. And then I was like, she'll probably pick this
This
one.
is Jinx, yeah. It's like this is powder and then this is Jinx.
Yeah.
Like, it's like that's what we watched an Age and
I
then
think
their
I
mom
ended
at
up
the end.
my final call on it because I was so torn when I was looking at those options.
Yeah.
Was that I didn't know how I would ever I could put my hair into braids and sort of get the kind of vibe
Yeah.
in the other one.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how to get anything. I would just have my hair down or whatever.
Right.
Like it would be like
Right.
there's nothing I could do to
Right.
get close to
Yeah.
the other one. Was kind of like my
Yeah,
final
yeah.
call. But gosh, I really did love that alternate.
Yeah. And then I was
Piercing
kind of
yellow eyes.
sad. I was kind of sad with these because these were great. I was actually really happy with these two.
Mhm.
Oh, I like the big hair.
Yeah, big hair. I was thinking of a little bit like Hunchback of Notre Dame look.
Oh, the lady from
Oh,
that.
lady from that.
yeah.
Esmeralda.
Yeah.
Esmeralda.
I also really like this one.
I thought when we were walking, because I'd seen the promo,
Mhm.
I thought that this was me.
Oops.
I thought I was going to be picking
Oh.
between those three.
Gotcha.
And I already knew I was going to pick the straight hair one because
yeah.
I love that one.
Yeah, that one's really
This
good.
one?
Oh my gosh, it
Yeah.
looks so good.
Yeah, it looks super good. And I was trying to make
totally
everybody
thought it
look
was
gaunt. So like the reason we have these like really pronounced cheekbones, except for on the gnome, because I wanted to make her look really young.
Yeah.
Because gnomes just look young, and it was hard to
Yeah.
make them look young and also have cheekbones. So, and not that she's young, but it's just how gnomes look.
Mm-hmm.
So, it was a thing. Anyways, we can go to like the actual art.
Get here. Swap off again.
I just thought this was really interesting.
Yeah. I was so close to picking that ultra.
I think I think it's the sketches. The
sketches. Okay.
Because those are the ones. This is the second iteration. Probably a pass. That's just a fox.
Pass.
I would say
fox. Do we have?
he's
do we
a
have
pretty
art for his
snazzy
normal form? For his human form?
No,
Is it human
because
form?
he does
He
have
can
a
go
human
back
form.
and forth. He's
Yeah.
not like he isn't a fox. He goes back.
He's the
and
were-kangaroo.
He is
He's
the
the
were-kangaroo.
were-kangaroo.
Yeah.
So I will
and
say,
I think
he's a pretty handsome little fox.
Yeah. Well, and I think he's normally in human form, but I just did the more interesting one.
Yeah.
This is my hear me out. I can't lie.
Yeah.
I can't lie.
Now, hear
I
me
can't
out.
lie. Well, and also Reginald is a very sweet character. He's a
If-
very like.
If nothing else, this definitely husband material.
Mm.
Like maybe
Yes.
not
Yes.
the smash
He's
or
settled
pass,
down.
Yes.
but like absolutely husband
Mhm.
material.
Yeah, my husband does this weird thing where he turns into a fox. That's the hear me out aspect. This is no.
Okay, you can
I
look
can't.
at the next one because I think it goes in how things have changed.
Mm.
Because that was him originally.
Yeah.
That was him originally, and then he gets a little
looks
bit
so much
funky.
like
I
Marcus.
know,
Oops.
right?
And
It just
then
looks so much like.
And then he loses his hair, and then he loses his lips, and things happen.
Yup.
You know,
this is
turns
what
into a
it looks
dog.
like now, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
I mean, he's got a hat now because he's got a hat of disguise.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
So he does like to NPCs. He would still look like the OG.
He would still
right,
look like this.
right. Which I think is great. I love the dwarf Marcus. That's
It
phenomenal.
is such just a
Yeah.
perfect combo of just Marcus as a dwarf because
It's so
there's
good.
like
I love
just
that.
slight difference. Like his
Yeah.
nose is bigger and
Right.
like his face is square,
I'm a big
but
fan
it
of
looks
this art.
so much like Marcus.
It really does. It really does. Look it up.
I love this art.
The little squiggle.
It's so
I love
cute.
this art so much.
It's so good.
Oh,
I'm really happy with how this one came out. I didn't know how to do braids, and so that's his life.
I
That's
love
okay.
it.
We figured it out eventually.
We got there.
I liked it though because they were just so tousled. Why didn't we talk about this sooner? Like why?
Like he's pretty hot.
it's
I thought he
insane
was-
that we didn't pay attention. It's
When people were like, "Oh yeah, he's average," they were making all the jokes on easy. I was like, "But have you seen the orc?" Like
I was
I'm
like,
like,
Look
I
at
was
his neck.
so confused.
it's insane we didn't talk about it earlier. I
I'm
mean,
like,
really,
look at this man. He is that man is ripped.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely smashed.
Yes.
100% of the time, and he could be good
Oops.
husband material.
Yes.
I keep hitting the button on accident. My bad, fellas.
That's a cat, but it just happens to be also a gremlin.
It's a scrunkly little
I had
cat.
a lot of trouble with this art, so that when like this ended up, it was a bit tough for me.
Listen, as far as hobgoblins go, it's
Not
pretty
bad.
hot. It's a pretty
Yeah,
hot
it's a pretty hot
hobgoblin.
oblin.
All
We
things,
were having-
the hair is really funny with the backstory. And
Yeah.
stuff.
I
Mhm.
agree.
Also doing wonders here. There he is.
There's our man.
Daddy's home.
Totally average, honestly. Pretty average. I would say.
Oh my god!
5 out of 10.
What I wouldn't do.
I've seen better. If we're being honest.
Bro, you gotta be kidding me right now.
And he was supposed to have a scar on his neck, and I'm like, but it looks like a reflection of trees on a water line. I'm like, it's so
Dude,
cool looking.
It's just these silly little guys.
And that does not look like a silly little guy to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
No,
That man
He
right
can be
there.
funny.
We gotta take it. We gotta take into consideration. Is he in the campaign?
Wolverine can make a joke, but it does not make him a silly little guy. He's still like a completely different thing than that.
This was a silly little guy. This was a silly little guy as far as this was a guy who got killed because his girlfriend he still wanted to kiss the girlfriend that wanted to kill him, and then went and got Taco Bell.
Yeah.
This is the guy who developed a fear of blood and then spent the next 6 episodes in a pool of his own.
Yeah. He is definitely a smash, though.
100%.
For sure.
Definitely a smash.
100%.
All right, what's our next one?
Okay,
here?
Statios. So this is our current art that we have. Oh,
Oh, hang on. That's
secrets.
secrets. Don't worry about
Okay,
that.
now look at that chonky. This man is a chonker. This man has bulk. I like this man a lot.
This is a man.
Wait, you like this man? You don't like the Viking guy?
Huh?
This is exactly the same. They are
No.
literally identical.
It's not the same. You don't know him like
Identical.
I do. Mm-mm-mm.
So, like, first of all, absolutely smash.
Yes.
But I love this art. Big fan. He's well, maybe a little bit of a child.
Little bit of a
He's a little
child.
childlike.
I feel like I look like an alien.
It's really it's kind of the statue effect.
Yeah.
The statue effect just
Mhm.
because it's tough to make it
Yeah.
look funky.
I just don't have the cheekbone, the jawline to carry me through.
Right.
I can't, I'll never be him.
Yeah.
You'll never be him.
I'll never be him.
Right. Look at that jawline.
Mhm.
She ended up, I was trying to make her look more gnomish as
Yeah.
we went along, because I was trying to make her look less like just
Mhm.
a cute girl and more
Yeah.
of an adult gnome.
I love her little overalls.
Yeah, they're so cute. And her little
Mhm.
positions, she's
Yeah.
like sneaking.
I like that it's
It's
still
so
like all
cute.
cuffed up and stuff. Like
Yep.
she's rolled them up
Yep.
and things.
These are
It's
clothes
so
from other
cute.
people she found.
Yeah,
She
exactly.
has to cuff them.
Yeah, yeah. So he's having a rough time.
He's got cool. It looks cool. Good vibes.
It looks cool. Good vibes. Good vibes. I like how he's taken off the hat because once he puts on the like it's just like you can see the
Yes.
hat. But if
Yeah.
it was on, it wouldn't.
I like the exposed muscles.
Yeah,
Still
he's
a
going-
pass,
he's
but still
kind
like
of
that.
going through a rough time.
Yes.
He's going through a rough time. He's also the teeth, the jaw area is getting more. I like it
Mhm.
honestly for like an
Mhm,
art
mhm,
perspective. Big fan. This was my favorite of what Derp was supposed to be.
Dang.
Right. This was I was so happy with this.
What is his weapon?
Gee, I just that's a spear if I remember right.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
spear.
But it's so funny. I just like I always picture Trey as like this like big like because he hits so much.
Right,
He just
right,
kind of like you have
right.
to picture him. But it's so funny to see him as just sort of a kind of little gangly.
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah.
He's
In the
he is a little
description,
guy.
man,
Yeah.
I wish, you know what I should have done is gotten all the descriptions of the people. So we could have seen what it was. Because it was supposed to be, one of the things it was supposed to be, he's a very talented fighter. But he's like like one of the things that was discussed when we were making him is that he did not want him bulky. He wanted him to be a
I
technique.
like it. I think
like a
it's so
technique fighter
interesting.
rather than a bulk fighter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I like that a lot.
Mhm.
Like now look at this man. That's a pretty
He's
good
posting up.
We're migrating away from the hear me out.
Yeah.
Listen,
To it's reasonable.
I'm about to be really honest out here. You just can't tell.
Yeah,
It's the
that
way he's
is
like
pretty
leaning
nice.
down and look. I can't.
I know he's like
I'm
examining.
not gonna lie.
footprints.
Okay, listen. It's just,
Husband material.
it's
guys.
just how it is. You're gonna tell me
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
No, I
Look
absolutely.
at him.
I agree. I agree.
Look at him.
He's well put together. He's husband material. I like him.
He's got a suit, a little coat.
And his cane has like a little like
He's so
bird on the end.
dapper.
It's so cool.
He's cool looking.
I
He's
like
posting
that a lot.
up.
He really
Mhm.
is. He really is.
All right.
Okay, sweet. Now we've got. Let's do Secret Spirit Stars. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's bring it up.
Okay, so the OG art, I
love
love.
this art so much.
I love this art.
Mhm.
I had
So good.
so much fun making this art.
Gosh, it looks so
He's ore farming so hard right now. He looks so cool.
It looks so cool. And I love because he has like a little orb that goes around his head. I love how I put the orb behind his head so he has all this like side shadowing and
Yeah.
you can't see his face,
Dude.
you can't see the
Yeah.
front. Looks so good.
I consistently forget that Aster's supposed to be hot.
He is.
Well, he's banging
I just
hot.
can't.
Yeah,
I,
he's
like,
hot.
I
Banging hot.
forget that he's hot. I
Yeah.
really, really do. When I see and interact with Aster, I picture like I've told you this before, like Luke from Star Wars, like very like just like oh gee, or I can't remember anything he said. But you know what I'm talking about,
Right,
like
right.
first movie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like where he's just sort of like sweet and kind of doe-eyed and
right.
kind of like awkward or whatever.
Yeah.
Because that's sort of Aster's person is just he's just kind of like fumbling around or whatever. I forget that he's actually like,
I do remember in the character's description he was supposed to be an Adonis. Like he was supposed to be the perfect
Right.
guy.
Right,
Which is
right.
why I didn't show his face.
yeah.
Because it's hard to
Yeah. You can't draw the perfect man.
yeah, like I'm like that's
Yeah.
kind of up for
That's
interpretation.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
So I like that one a lot. Obviously my favorite
Aw.
character,
He's so cute. Gizmo.
Gizmo, is absolutely my favorite character.
Kevin Pratt.
Kevin
I'm
Rat.
sad that I didn't do the other rat because I know that's a really big
His
part of
little
him.
boots.
His boots are so cute.
Yeah, like it's like he's just so well defined how scrappy he is with everything
Yeah.
Mhm.
on him.
Big fan. Wood smash.
The
Let's
details in the secrets art is so good.
Wood
Wood
smash.
smash.
Whoa.
So easy.
Woof.
The easiest wood smash in my life.
Oh my gosh.
go. Easiest. Absolutely. Honestly, wood smash. This is great. I
Wood
love.
smash.
I don't know if people really get to see her dress and hat and stuff because it's very small.
Yeah,
We're gonna zoom
I was
in.
gonna say,
Because
you don't get
actually-
to see these feet very often.
Yeah. She's actually wearing like an old-timey, like a Victorian dress.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, she's actually beautiful.
Yeah, I love the little bustle having all the.
Yeah. It's got like a little bustle, got a little apron.
She's kind of throwing it back right now.
I know.
Not gonna lie.
She knows
love
she's
her.
She's
serving.
Absolutely. Wood smash. I
Wood.
mean,
Yes!
look at this. Handsome. Look at those knocked knees.
Such a dapper young man.
That is a dapper
Yes!
young man. He's doing finger guns.
Oh,
He's doing the whole shenanigans.
I love this art so much.
This might be my favorite of the Secrets art.
It's
Yeah.
so good. I remember when I first saw this, I was so excited because I had like
So good.
such. I don't often have a very clear vision of like what the character looks
Yeah.
like, especially like initially.
Right.
Like Cammy now, I have a very
Right.
clear vision of
Right.
what she looks like. But like starting out, I'm kind of like, I don't know, she's a gnome. Like I don't, I hardly gave you details. I don't think.
Well, because nobody knew what, like,
Yeah.
Nobody
it
knew,
was- like,
yeah.
no one knew.
Yeah, I
It
was like,
it
I
was
don't know,
hard
man.
for me to do that art as well, which is why I would love doing the Secrets art.
Yes.
Because there was such a flavor.
Yeah.
I could
Yes.
really picture them immediately. Where the hands art was
Yes.
very hard for me because I didn't know. I was just like, I don't know. Like
Yeah.
there's no flavor, there's no character, like nothing. Like just put some people out there, and I was like, okay, like I don't know. But this was great.
Yeah.
Well, and this one, unlike like with Chip, I remember I had a very specific. I knew exactly what he looked like, and
Yeah.
that's it. Like
Yeah.
it, like not even an inch shy of it. That is exactly what I was picturing. I was so excited when we got this art.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
that
look-
worked
he
out
looks
really
so
well.
good.
Oh my gosh,
He
he's so
matches the
good.
description almost exactly.
It's just he does.
And the
How
feel
hard
is
was
great.
it to do the mechanical parts?
Way easier than I thought it was going to be because
Well, that's
most of
good.
it's black.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
So the mechanical parts are almost there's just white highlights. So like his hip, where the hip is, it's just a black line, and then there's some streaks of white in it. So it's actually much easier to do the mechanical parts because almost all of it is hidden. You're just like making up what those are.
Yeah.
I just love how much it feels like him. Like
Yeah.
for being not inanimate, but you know what I mean. Like
Right.
he's a
Right.
robot, and so
Right.
there's so much expression, like in his face. You can just tell that
Yeah,
it's
he's
Chip.
full of wonder.
Yeah, he's
You can
curious.
just really, really see.
And he's got his little heart.
Oh, I love him
He's
so
adorable.
much.
He's so adorable.
Um,
Absolutely smash. Okay, yeah. We have the NPCs of the first
Here we go.
area. Apparently I need to
wonder
do
if I've
another
seen
one
it.
of hers.
Big baddie.
Big baddie.
Big
This
baddie.
is Astra's sister.
Big
Spoilers
baddie.
for season 2, but it's Astra's sister. It is her, and like the armor is controlling her. It's like so she's in pain and suffering at this
I don't think I've
specific
seen
moment.
this.
This was her boss fight. We threw it up on the episode.
But I wasn't.
You weren't there for that
fight.
episode.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
I don't
This is
think I've seen
Astra.
it.
I had
Can you
a
zoom in
lot
on
of
her face?
trouble doing this. I think we went through
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 iterations of this before I got down to what I want. Because I wanted her like hulking and looking a little insane. Like that's what the description. It was like
Yeah.
kind of where like the zombie
Can you zoom in on
shuffle.
her face?
Sure. Oh.
The zombie
Is
shuffle.
that blood or does she have red hair? Blood.
Blood.
I think it was blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sure, her eyes were supposed to be all whacked out,
Yeah.
and like it was supposed to be
That's
look
cute.
a little deranged.
I remember the specific examples I gave you were like I always give you anime examples because those,
Yeah,
those
which
are really
I
like-
love. Which
Yeah.
I love. They've got really good characters, so it's easy to go
It's
off of.
for in the first episode of Evangelion, the mech he gets into goes into a berserk mode, and I gave you the screenshot. I think I gave you just the video of it going berserk, and
Yeah,
I was like,
right.
"This is the vibe
Right,
I'm going for."
right,
It's like
right,
it's like
right.
animalistic almost.
Yeah. And then the hammer is supposed to be a black hole, which kind of worked, kind of didn't hurt.
It's
I
hard.
didn't
It's
know
hard
how
to go
do
off
that.
of.
Yeah.
Here's a go off the void of nothing and make
Yeah.
a shape out of it.
If I could have like done waves like the backdrop that we have, it could have been cool. But I just didn't have the time. And this was the 3rd or 4th iteration. At that point, I was like,
Yeah,
good enough.
we're hitting the deadline of that.
We're really hitting the deadline at that point. Wow.
Oh my
Obviously,
god.
what are you talking about?
Well.
Back
I
off, boys. She's all mine.
The glowing tattoos.
I know.
It's like the head, the smile. It's all so there.
And it's like glowing through her
Dude,
shirt. I
Yes.
love that.
So
Yeah.
impressed by this art every time I see it. What's so crazy? This is not at all what I thought Pepper looked like, but it's like this is.
This is very
This
close
art.
to the description.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The description
Mhm.
was, it was like some of them I'm like, it's nothing like the description.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But this one I was like, this is
Yeah.
actually very similar. Love it. Smash.
Because I remember there was a long time where we couldn't remember what color we had said Pepper's hair was.
Yeah.
Because we just kind of like, I don't know, Pepper always had a very defined personality, and I didn't really picture her very often.
That's also me as a GM. I'm bad at describing what people look like. It is
I
very
was,
hard for me to do that.
So surprised when I saw it. Oh my gosh, she looks so cool.
I love the detail. You can see it that she is buff. Like she does have guns on her there.
This
She's
woman's
toned.
eating a robot.
Yeah.
We did it. We need Pepper and Chip art together.
Oh yeah, that's
that'd be
true.
cute.
I should totally do that.
Yes.
I could make
Riley
that
did
really
a little
cute.
doodle one time,
Yeah.
and it's the cover for my playlist for Chip, like his character playlist on Spotify.
That's cute.
It was before we had official Pepper art.
Yeah.
And it's just like a cute little pencil. It was so cute. Actually, hold on, I'm gonna find it. I'll send it in the Discord so everybody can see. I know I've sent it before, but I'll show you
This is Timber.
because it was so
I
cute.
thought this guy was so cool.
I love his.
Oh, that's
Isn't that really
vibe.
cute?
That's so
It's actually
cute.
adorable.
Yeah.
It's
You
like
have
one
to
of my
put it-
favorite little pictures.
It's so cute.
I'll find the original and then I'll put it in the chat. I love that picture.
I love Timber's vibe.
Yeah, this
Obviously.
was also right at the beginning
Timber's
of when
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right at the beginning when Starfinder just started, and I was going ham.
Yeah.
With the like fantasy, you were like purple skin. I was like, yeah,
Yeah, of course.
let's go.
Of course
He had
it
white
is.
hair. He looks
Yeah.
he looks like a gangster. He's got these cool glasses on. He's got the cool necklaces. I was like, a gun. It's gonna be a phaser gun. It's gonna be the coolest ever.
I'm not afraid to say this is a big yes for me.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
care if he was the antagonist. I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't
Listen,
care.
he
I
was
don't
also-
care if he almost killed my friend Riley.
He was the antagonist, but he also wasn't. He didn't have a bad personality, you know. He was there to do a job.
Right. No, I love it. And what a cool hat.
I love it.
Can
Love
never
his
go
whole
wrong
vibe.
with such a cool hat.
I
love
give
it.
you whenever because for the NPCs I've given you for this next season, I've had to send hats and be like, "This is the vibe I'm looking for. This is the specific hat I want." Because there's a lot of Western hats.
There's a lot of it. That is true. That is true.
I still gotta try on your hat and make sure it fits my head.
It might be a little bit too big, but you can always put liner in it.
Yeah.
So like it's fine.
Guys, I'm getting a hat.
Good in a hat. It's a cool hat.
Secrets
We're all getting our
season
cowboy
2.
stuff.
Yes.
I have my cowboy stuff in.
Here's our first
So
cowboy.
this was the second iteration of this guy because someone told me he was 80 years old and didn't told me what species he was. He was
my
like,
bad.
he's an
He has
80-year-old
multiple
guy.
arms, Corey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's important.
So he told me he was an 80-year-old guy and that he looked like weathered. And so I sent this dope, really, really
It was
cool,
cool.
old
goofed
man
up.
art. And he was like, oh no, it's actually some weird species. And that's how they normally look. And I'm like, you're fired.
I was like, I'm sorry. Can you give him a little Botox? You just get rid of some of those wrinkles.
I was like, Corey, it took me like at least 10 minutes to just be like, we are an adult.
I felt bad too because I was like, that's so obvious. It's such an oversight on my
a
part,
character.
and it looked great. So
It
I was like,
looked
oh, what a dumbass! Why'd I do that?
I was so
multiple limbs?
Yeah.
You forgot to say?
I said he had multiple limbs.
Oh,
multiple
okay. I
limbs.
thought
I just
that was
didn't-
part of the raid.
No, I just didn't. I didn't emphasize that 80 is not old.
Yeah.
So she just made him look
Yeah,
old,
right.
and I was like,
I
he's not the
I made
oldest
him look
actually.
so ancient, and I didn't change the hands, so the hands are still wrinkly because I was like, such is life. I
That's
love
life.
the hands.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
He's got chapped hands.
Yep. So anyway,
He's
I
in
love
the
him.
West.
Probably not a smash.
I haven't met him yet, and I'm not too.
For the bit I do know about him,
Listen.
I'd say so. I'd go with it.
I'm kind of ready to say yes.
Okay. So this is this time I tried to make the most handsome man. is
Yes.
what this was. This was the Adonis. I was trying to make it Adonis. Which is also why he looks Italian.
I really like this art. I really like everyone in all of their photos is giving such specific vibes,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
rules so hard.
Yeah, big fan of this one. I've got the light that travels around his head.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that which looks great. Like
yeah,
the fire
super happy with
within the orb itself looks super cool.
Love it.
Love
Smash.
Smash, easy smash.
I mean, okay. So
She's sort of cheeky.
it's very cheeky. What we're supposed to be hiding from the camera.
Yes.
Originally, it was supposed to be these are like mug shots, but they're supposed to be like
Aster
fluffy
not
like
hiding
that.
though.
Right.
Fluffy mug
When
shots.
you're that hot, you
Yeah.
can't hide.
Aster doesn't care.
No.
He's like,
When you're that hot, why hide?
yep, there's nothing I can do about it. She's supposed to be a Clementine head, And there was nothing I could do to make her look less like that talking orange meme
From Annoying Orange.
from Annoying Oranges. And I had to completely hide her face because I couldn't fix it. So that's why we have a totally shadowed face covered by a fan.
You honestly
It's
nailed
so
it for her
her.
character too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because she's all about just like deceiving people, and like just convincing others. So and like she'll like try to seduce people at times. Even I
Yeah.
think she's the only confirmed sexuality on the show,
nice.
and she said she's asexual. But she is the one that will do that. Like
Yeah.
so, it works with her so well.
Yeah. Well, and her hat is dope. I love her hat.
Mhm.
That's
Super
such
cool.
a cool hat. Super cool hat. Obviously,
I love this
Smash.
one so much.
Obviously, Smash.
He's
So-
so cute.
I love
He's
the
trying
Clint
to
Eastwood.
be so tough right
I know. Look at that.
The Clint
He's mean
Eastwood
mugging.
mug down the camera.
Mean mugging.
Oh,
right there.
yeah.
Mean mugging. And
Oh
then
my
look,
gosh.
you can still see his little heart on his chest.
I never even noticed that till
Yeah.
now.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't.
Oh,
I was like that. We gotta keep the heart on his
dude.
chest.
It
He's
just
so
shows how much he's grown up. Like, he's just grown so much as a character.
I know. From this to the other
Mhm.
art, like, wow.
Yeah.
He's done. Things have happened.
This
Things
is the
have happened.
confidence of a man who has officially locked down Pepper.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how he's smoldering without a face,
I
but
know,
he
he's
is blue
smoldering.
stealing
A
right
relationship looks great on him.
Yeah. He's smoldering hard.
now. This one's so good.
This was the first one I did, and it was supposed to be because they were supposed to have a lot of character,
Gosh.
Yeah.
and so this one it was really easy for me to do a lot of character on. So the other ones it got kind of less character as we went along because I got distracted.
It's
This
a lot.
one is probably, it might be my favorite out of the new
This
art.
I don't know if
So
I
good.
don't think I told you, but I had thought of Valia pushing the camera away
Oh, yeah.
when she
No.
I, this,
Yeah,
okay
we
I didn't
just
tell you.
had the
I
same
fully
idea, yeah.
thought I was like it'd be cool if specifically Valia was pushing the camera
Yeah,
away,
right.
and then you did this, and I was like, there's no way you you read my
I
mind
think we
actually.
just had
Yeah.
the same idea. Yeah.
So I was like so stoked in that when you sent me this.
That's why I have Valia as the first character art to appear in the new Secrets, which is out. The new Secrets
Theme's
is-
out.
The,
Theme's
the,
out.
the theme is out when I was editing that.
Yeah.
Because we've got it like shoots the like bullet at the screen or whatever,
Yeah.
and like the rest of it like looks like a shootout and stuff. So I wanted to have her come in like when the bass dropped. It's
Yeah.
like that because it looks so freaking.
It does look
cool.
so
Yeah, it's a
good.
baller. It's a baller
Ugh.
art.
Yeah, that came out phenomenally.
Mhm.
Um,
I also just loved working with that art because I was making the theme, and I was like, oh
yeah.
my gosh.
And so some of the art came out so good. I'm just
Mhm.
thrilled.
Yeah.
Really good. Really good.
So
yeah, that's all. I mean, we have the art with the Age of Ashes, but like we can look at so just as a point of reference for how things. So on the that's
cool.
on the bottom right, there's Roisin. She was at the beginning of the campaign. So this is kind of when I first started doing art.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And my cute little color blocks, and my cute little highlights, and my cute little lowlights, and that's all I had. And it took me
Oh my gosh.
hours.
I
It
imagine.
took me days to do this. It was so long to do any of these. And then if you back at the end of that campaign, I did Buddy, which is that one, as like a full.
That's
that was like a
quite a
real
bit.
hyper realistic.
Very realistic.
And then.
Whoa.
So during that campaign, I learned a lot, but like it was. This also took me weeks. It took
Yeah.
me so long. And then we got some cool effects. If you go to like the one on the left, the first one.
This one?
Yeah, I figured out how to do like some of the effects through the programming. So like a lot of those effects were just done through, instead of me doing each thing individually.
Those
Which is
webs
nice.
must have taken forever.
Yeah, they did take a while, but not as long as it would have taken if I hadn't figured out how to do shading for like the you can't draw outside of these lines or whatever.
Yeah.
What's it
Yeah.
called? Or whatever it is. Freeze, like it freezes what you can draw on.
Uh-huh.
That helped a lot. That was very helpful. I'm really glad they have that.
That looks like a screen cap of like Breath of the Wild or something.
Yeah,
I've
kind of.
got
Like that same. Mhm.
I've got at least 4. I've got 4 of Chushik, which is Derp's old character. So I've got him coming out of the darkness. I've got him in a portrait frame. This is where I started the idea for the art of Maleficent.
Maleficent?
Maleficent.
Maleficent.
You know, the villain for
Malevolent.
the villain for Sleeping Beauty.
Malevolence. This is where I got the idea from that.
Mm.
So this was the OG idea of that. And then we have him in a suit, 2 suits, because I liked this suit and it's got a little poison. It's got a skull.
Oh,
cap.
skull, that's
really
fun.
cool.
And then the other suit I have is on the top.
This
there
one?
we go. Yeah, it's him getting invisible,
Oh, that's very
cool.
cool.
which was pretty neat. Anyway, so those are just ones that I thought were really neat. But it was a fun time. There's a Colby's rat in the middle.
Raz.
Raz.
He loves Raz.
Bro, that's Reaper Cheap.
It's really cheap.
That's Reaper Cheap.
Anyways, it's kind of fun to see like the evolution.
That looks like Colby.
It does kind of look like
He's
Colby.
giving Colby.
It looks
Colby
like
vibes. It's Colby vibes.
I'm not begging. It looks like Colby.
Yeah,
And Colby would be stoked. to do
Largely, even I would say.
but it's pretty fun. It's like honestly, it's crazy to see how far it's come. I didn't do any art before I started on UGT. Not UGT on. Like,
Not at all?
Pathfinder 0.
that. It's really crazy how far you've come.
Yeah.
Like with all of this.
You know what's the best thing I think you can do if you ever want to learn art is have deadlines that you have to finish things by. Because then you actually finish things and just go on to the next thing. Because like even if it stinks, just go on to the next one.
Yeah.
Right.
And you will get better just by doing projects.
Yeah.
Like it is a big plus.
Keep
big
moving
plus.
forward.
Yep. Keep moving forward. But yeah, so that's kind of our smash and pass over here.
That's what it became. This started with Persona 5.
Yeah, this did start with
Yes.
this. Yep, that is
It
very
did.
true. That is very true. We've got a lot of art on here.
We do.
A lot of smashes, just for me. Because I would smash most all of these characters, honestly.
I smashed
Crazy
most of these.
take coming from Bryn.
I know, right? Yeah, this is like a theoretical smash because most of these are like also
theory.
animals.
Yes.
And like some of these are like 7'5", and some of these are like, I don't know, 3 foot. So
Some of them are 8.
Some of them are
really,
8.
We really have a big range.
Yeah.
we should go back to
characters.
Jumbles just to look at Jumbles.
Just go
Okay,
back to
hang on.
Jumbles.
Give me a sec.
Because he's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
He's just in a random extra art.
Extra. There it is.
Look at
They
that
all look
handsome
so
man.
sweet.
What a dapper
Gosh,
young
I
man.
love the
What a dapper
Malevolence
young
art
man.
so much.
Yeah, the Malevolence art is stuff.
Ugh.
I can't express how proud I was of the bit of when I took the hat off and just stopped wearing it, and then in one episode I just mentioned, yeah, I lost it a while ago. I don't know what happened to it
Oh yeah.
because it just the hat itself hurt my head to wear.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
it's like I have to
Yep.
ditch this. It gives me a migraine by the end of this. By the
Yeah.
end of the episode.
We had a lot of costume changes in Malevolence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you started with like doing your hair
Yeah.
and like doing all,
Yeah.
and then it was the
Right.
curlers.
Right. Right.
Riley changed costumes like almost every week.
Yeah.
Well,
was
she did
doing-
like very different makeup.
Yeah,
this
she was
time.
doing like something different with her eyeliner every single. She's freestyling up in there.
Yeah. I liked the hair. I was trying to make it so it got kind of more disheveled as we went along.
Mm-hmm.
And then for some reason during I think the last episode I was like, I'm gonna do it up. And I was like, no, I should have kept the bit.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
It's a
I
special
don't know, like,
occasion.
yeah, it's kind of a
She
special
dressed up.
occasion. I don't know. I feel like I should have kept the bit, but it is what it is. It works out.
You almost died.
I did almost die.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That's
My
close.
characters die a lot. In fact, my characters historically have died almost the most of anybody on the show. I make bad decisions and I don't know my character, so it ends up being like a great time. But Buddy did not die; he just retired. There's a difference.
Gotta
He went
sneak
to
out
the
of there real
farm.
quick. He went to the
There's
farm.
a difference. There's a difference for that one.
Oh man.
But a lot of my characters have died. Which I think is so like the most interesting part of most of the shows. I love when there's like it changes the dynamic of the show and how
Yeah.
do people react and like all this stuff. So almost every time that one of my characters have died, there's always this big debate: should we let the character die? And I'm like, yes. Yes!
Death matters.
And we had a big argument on the first time that one of our characters died, where I was like, no, there has to be consequences, or
Yeah.
else the show doesn't, like, there's
Yeah.
no
Mhm.
gravitas to any of the situations.
Once you undo death, unless your entire story
Yeah.
is to undo one specific death,
Right.
then if you
Right.
undo death, then nothing matters anymore.
Nothing matters.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how you roll,
Because-
it doesn't matter what you're doing.
Then you have to implement a super death, which is
Yeah.
then you die after you die.
Right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, nothing matters. Like
Yeah.
there's so many layers to it,
Yeah,
It's true.
yeah.
It's true.
which is why like in comics, no deaths ever matter because no deaths are
Yeah.
sacred
No,
anymore. Like, the only now it used to be that it was Gwen Stacy and Uncle Ben were the two deaths. They stayed dead no matter what.
Yeah.
They just brought back Gwen Stacy
They
like a month ago. So
Oh,
now Uncle
no.
Ben is the only one that can die, except in
Yeah.
the Ultimates universe where he's alive and Aunt May dies. So
Right.
it's like we like even that we get a little fast and loose
Yep.
with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
I don't know. We just finished watching John Wick 1 and 2.
Yes.
And John Wick
Bangers.
1 I liked a lot. Big fan. Lovely story. almost cried at the beginning. I was like, how could you do this to me?
That's
you
fair.
guys are horrible.
Yep.
But I really like the show because, like, although it wasn't very realistic, there was a more realistic feel to the fight because injuries mattered.
Yeah.
And it gave, like, it mattered when someone punched someone or if you got hit by a car because you could see the result.
Yeah.
Right.
And in the second one, that goes away almost entirely. He gets hit by a car 3 times and still walks without a limp.
I'm telling you, once you get to that 4th one,
It's gonna get weird.
things get
I
pretty
haven't seen
crazy.
any of those.
Yeah, they're good. I mean,
They're
honestly,
so
they're
fun.
very entertaining. I love that kind of movie. I'm all about, like, Death Race and Fast and Furious and, like, the Accountant and Jason Bourne.
Did
and
you know
all
there's
those
an
ones.
Accountant 2 coming out?
I
As
know.
John
I'm
Personal's in
so
it.
excited.
I don't
I'm
even know
so
what that
excited.
is.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
It was so good.
The double feature I had was that in Doctor Strange. Don't know why that was a double feature.
Oh, yeah,
But it was at the movie theater that they had that.
that's weird.
But it was it's Ben Affleck plays, and this is the plot point, an autistic accountant who is also a hired gun.
Yeah. But it's okay, so it's like a crazy cool concept, and I love it. The whole show is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's like, do you know all that hyperfocus and all that incredible attention to detail and all of the, like, the unemotional level of concentration? How about we just make a super soldier? And it's like,
What if
the
Captain
coolest-
America didn't know how to talk to people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really
That's
cool.
funny.
Honestly, the premise is cool. How they got there, maybe terrible, but it's a great movie. I love the movie. It is really kind of a neat movie. I like Count. Great. That kind of movie is all my style. I love those, like, badass movies where people are cool.
I've been
do cool
watching
things.
Invincible season 3, and there are very solid fights in there. I just want to go on a small rant
Okay, go
because
for it.
it's been driving me insane. It's
Okay,
an
go for
animated
it.
show.
Yeah.
So how it worked in season 1, there was 2 studios that worked on it.
Okay.
There was an anime studio they hired to do all the fight scenes. So
Right.
anytime a fight scene kicks off in season 1, it's so well animated, and
Yeah.
the choreography and the movement looks so fluid and good.
Mm-hmm.
And then anything else that wasn't that was a studio that just developed apps. They made the animation for the show. So then it just becomes a lot of PNGs talking to each other in very flat environments.
Gotcha.
Then season 2, they just had one studio, I think it's an Amazon studio, that then just did all of the animation for the rest, like consistently through the whole thing.
Yeah.
So the fight scenes did not look as cool as they did in season 1, but it was consistent throughout the entire series, and they upped the designs. The designs looked better and stuff. It looks
Yeah.
a lot better.
Yeah.
Season 3 is the same. People online keep complaining, saying that the animation is horrible and looks bad because they don't look as good as the fight scenes in season 1. And I'm like, I need you guys to pull your heads out of your asses and look at anything that's not a fight scene in season 1.
Yeah.
There's a specific scene where Mark, Invincible, is learning how to fly with his dad. And
Yeah.
it is, I'm not kidding, it is an image of, it's just like a blue screen, and they put some clouds there that are moving just slowly, and then they have what looks like they just dragged the mouse with them flying around each other. It does not like follow
Right.
any like
Right.
movement
Right.
properly,
Right.
it is just them just going like this. And it's like, do you guys not remember that part? Because like that sticks in my mind when
Yeah.
I think of season 1. Except for the cool fight scenes at the end of the first episode, the finale, everything else is that. So animation Twitter annoys me. That's what my point is.
If we're going on rants,
Yes.
I also have a rant.
Yes.
I ride horses for a living. That's what I do. We have horses in movies all the time. And they'll be like the most unrealistic horses you've ever seen in your entire life. So horses are prey animals, and they're incredibly fragile. So they have them on all these war films and stuff.
Yeah.
And they'll just like
War Horse.
War Horse and all that stuff. Oh, great movie, by the way.
Good movie.
Except for in that movie, this is a great example. In that movie, they're like, oh no, this horse is so lame. I guess we're gonna have to put him down because he's so lame. And then he sees his person and he's like, I'm better now. And I'm like, that's not how it works.
No, the horse has to love. The horse has to love.
That's literally how this happens.
so much.
That's how this happens. And they'll like nicker at the person go walking by, and I'm like, it's because they think they have food. They're like, he loves me so much.
Not special.
Yeah, I'm like, it's because he thinks you have food. And like all these, if it's animated though,
Yes.
it gets
Spirit.
30 times worse. Spirit's actually okay because it's pretty, the conformation's okay.
Okay.
But for many, especially Japanese films, have never seen a horse. It's like those Victorian era paintings where they're like, have you seen a cat? They're like, no, but I can paint one. That's what happened with horses. In these animated things where I'm like, are those knees? Like, where's the saddle? Is it not even attached? The backs are super long. Their heads are like weird dog-shaped heads.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I cannot believe that someone approved that. Has nobody seen...
That's
Are there 0 horses in Japan
Well,
or something? Like, I don't know what happened, but they look awful.
I know it is like it's like almost a meme where it is so hard to animate a horse because there's so many weird muscles in it that
There's
have to
none.
move the proper way. Otherwise, it just looks wrong.
It
So-
looks, I mean, it looks
Yeah.
wrong.
They look wrong.
They
That's
look
why,
wrong.
so in like a lot of modern anime now, they'll do 3D models of horses because it's easier to do that
Yeah.
than to hand draw a 2D horse.
Right.
But there's
I
it,
have actually noticed that, and I was like, why is that the only thing that gets
it
me
is because it's easier and cheaper to do that than to hire like 4 guys to draw 17 horses 1,000 times. But that is why that's part of the reason why, because this the anime JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and each season is a different JoJo in the lineage of JoJo's. Part 7 is supposed to be a Wild West race across America, but David Productions, the company that does it, has been very hesitant to do it because a lot of that is on horseback, and they're like, that's gonna take, like they've said explicitly, that's the reason we're scared to animate this is because of how many horses there are in here. They announced it, they are doing it, so I guess they cracked out and animated a horse.
Even when I'm reading manga, they'll be like totally normal manga, totally normal, and then a fully 3D, like realistic horse.
This is a photo of a horse
It's a
that was
photo of
drawn
a horse
in.
just in the middle of it, and I'm like, what happened here? But this makes a lot more sense now because I'm like, what is with the horses? Like,
It is, especially if you've never seen a horse. You don't know, it is the legs, the knees alone, you couldn't figure
draw
out.
a horse.
yeah, if we sat down and drew horses right now, that's what they have.
I couldn't draw a horse.
There's a lot of weird parts, and it's something. Even if you draw people, it's like a kid drawing a person. You don't actually think of you're like, oh, fingers are 5 loops, and then you look at the finger and you're like, that's not a hand. That looks weird.
Yeah.
Because hands are whack. That's what happens when people draw horses. It's wild.
It's messy.
But the amount of random things in movies where horses, that is not how horses act. Or that is absolutely not how horses act. You guys should know better. But they're like, but it's so touching.
How
Just
accurate was
not
My
how
Little
horse.
Pony to horses?
Never seen
Oh
My
my
Little Pony.
gosh.
Oh, interesting.
But I'm guessing it's very accurate. Absolutely 100% of the
Probably
time.
feels like it would be, yeah.
Yeah. If I were to guess, probably the most accurate of all of the horse shows.
To even emphasize that point more of drawing horses, the original 80s My Little Ponies look like horses. They look like horses. And there's the ones that we know now that have the round heads and round eyes and stumpy legs.
Right.
They now are like people. Modern My Little Pony are like girls that look like the former My Little Ponies who ride horses.
Yeah.
It's like we've moved so past.
What?
Yeah, I'll see if I can pull it up. And
They made the ponies women?
Yeah, let me see. Current My Little Pony. This is my internet search history is a nightmare. Oh no, they're still like little horses, but there was like
their
a human
faces
one.
look
That is a
remarkably
human
human.
face.
That is remarkably human face.
Let me open in a new tab.
Oh, they're awful.
Because I'm scared to
Yeah, they look
pull
awful.
up this
They
specific
look
search.
terrible.
They look really bad.
Yeah,
You don't
not a
like
fan.
this guy with the
Yeah,
DreamWorks
what
smile?
is that?
They look more like their faces look more like fishes.
That's true.
You know?
They do. They look like what's his name? Sebastian. Is it Sebastian?
Yeah, Flounder.
Flounder. There you go.
Sebastian's the crab.
I'm so close.
You're so
You're
Trivia,
close.
always so
guys.
close. It looks.
Do not invite me to trivia.
Dude, what was killing me was on the women-themed trivia night.
I didn't
when you
know
piped up, were you like,
anything.
that's the first one I got right.
Literally, I should have been on that show because threading, I was like, I don't know, isn't that the TikTok dance? And then I was
AJ knew that one.
And I was like thinking of flossing.
Yeah.
And then there was like one of the sizes on tampons and stuff, and I was like small, medium, large, probably. And then I was like, oh wait a minute, no, probably not. I don't know. I can think of it.
My favorite answer of the entire night was we had them do. You weren't there. We had them do.
I was dying that day.
Yeah. If they could name how many phases of the menstrual cycle there were, and what they would get extra points if they could name them.
Oh.
But I didn't tell them how many there were. There's
I didn't even know there were that many.
Babe,
like, that's
you got
crazy.
one.
That's wild.
But it was Logan's answer. He said it was like, well, the period. There's like ovulations in there, and then somewhere between the two was, what did he call it? He called it false hope.
Yeah. I do remember that. That was phenomenal. That was
Total of
phenomenal.
3.
Yeah, it was a wild time. Honestly, that whole show, I was like, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know most of those answers. They were like, I would have been great on that show because I didn't know any of them. It would have made the guys look really good because we would have gotten the same number correct.
I don't know. Marcus was all things considered within his bracket. Market was sweeping.
Yeah, it was doing pretty
I
good.
assumed he knew the makeup stuff.
I assumed that Marcus would know a lot of them because he does Valia and now he does Marius.
I'm a girl and I didn't know any of that stuff. So like, I don't know. Credit to him, just not because he's playing girl characters. I don't know. I am a girl and I don't know.
I had the realization, episode 2 of Secrets, that we will never pass the Bechdel test like properly because there are.
What's the Bechdel test?
That is where there has to be 2 named women talking about something for a minute. That's not a man. So but we can never truly do that because we have 2 women on there on our show. It's Riley and Sully.
Mm-hmm.
She's playing a man.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then Marcus is playing Valia.
Yeah.
So that's a man playing a woman. So it's
Right.
like we can kind of pass the Bechdel test, but we can't truly, and I'm a man GMing women, so I'm like, we can't truly pass the Bechdel test no matter how hard we try.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess by that merit, then Aeon's hasn't either. Because I was gonna say, otherwise, Cammy and Reese have had a lot of conversations, but it is just me and AJ talking.
Yeah. One day, we are going to pass the Bechdel test.
Yeah.
And the
One
world's not ready for that.
They're not
I know. It's gonna we'll break the internet. It's gonna happen. It's unbelievable.
Did you play any characters that you didn't want to die? Like that you were scared to die?
Nope.
Sick.
I'm playing 2 right now. I don't know what I'm gonna do if either of those 2 eats it. I really have I don't know if I can follow it up. I'm gonna be devastated.
I did play. I had one that had an incredibly impactful death that I wish hadn't died. He had a great story. He was like Lizard Man. And he
You've told me about this before.
Yeah.
Yes.
He had a great death, and the whole crew rallied around him, and it kind of halted the campaign's mojo. Like, that one, I'm like, I'm not sad that he died. And at the time, I was like, he dies. Like, that's just how it goes. But I am kind of sad for the campaign, because it did it's a little bit we had to worry about with Kimmy. Because it's like once that character dies, like it really kind of the whole campaign, a lot of the sticky stuff that holds the party together, just kind of floundered. Yeah. So that one's the only one where I'm like, I wasn't afraid for him to die or anything, but I'm kind of sad that he did because I think it would have helped that campaign a lot. Otherwise, I would have been really sad if Buddy died. I think. Yeah. I wasn't too worried only because like. He's the only character. I'm not that I've played that many characters, but he had a full family. He had a wife and kids. Yeah. And like a whole farm and like all that stuff. And so like for him to die, like he felt very real in like the world sense of like there's all these characters. It's like a lizard that's in a circus and all this stuff. And blah, blah, blah. This is just a dude that went on to adventure.
He's the most guy.
He's just literally just a good old farmer over there. And I was like, so I really didn't want him to die, but at the end of the day, again, it would have been really good for the story, for at least the other characters, for like a really good dynamic.
Yeah.
Well, and it's hard because like in any other media like this, like you would get to write exactly the right person to die at exactly the right moment. Right. And that's not a guarantee that you get with this kind of thing. Right. Because there just are some deaths that it would be like, this is the wrong person, wrong time. Right. But now you've got to like make it into the right person, right? Which is just crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't want Cammy to die. But I actually don't know what I'm gonna do with her. I'm so attached to her too. I just love Cammy so much.
I don't know. I think the reason I end up dying so much is because I consistently don't know how much threat I'm under.
Yeah.
So like,
you can't threat assess properly.
Which is, but it's
you get
really
blindsided a lot where it's like, ooh, I thought I was.
Yeah, I thought I was way further
Yeah, I thought
away
it was
from
way
death.
more okay than this.
This happened to you in the last episode of Defy the Dragon with a mech.
Yeah, a little bit. Although to be honest, I was kind of sending. I was like, I'm gonna go join. I was gonna go hop in Logan's. I was gonna uninvited. I was
but yeah, so like it kind of but it makes it so that I metagame very little.
Yeah.
So like I don't just, if my character's gonna run into the whatever fire, he's gonna run into the fire. I don't really know how dangerous it is. Neither does my character.
You just do it right.
So I really don't metagame very much just because I don't know. Like I can't metagame because I'm not paying enough attention.
Yeah.
The time I was actually blindsided was when Chip almost died in the silo.
Oh yeah.
There's like a random room where like it collapsed in on itself, and every other character had a way to escape except for Chip.
Was it you kept failing checks? There was some,
it was a
there
check
there
that
were
I
ways
had like
out.
no bonus on.
Yeah, there was a way out. It was just harder. I don't remember. I can't remember.
I
even
couldn't
what it
get
was.
out. We had to shut down the machine. Chip did not have a way out of that room.
Yeah.
It was like a check that like I had a 2 on. I think I had to roll an 18 or 19, and that's it. And and we were on a timer where I only had so many checks.
Yeah.
I was and then other people got out too. I was the last one in there. Like there was no way for me to get out, and I was like, we might just lose him right now.
Yeah.
And that was when I remember thinking I was like that I was not ready or expecting to go.
Yeah.
Because it was just a random episode.
Yeah.
Is it Death Trap room? Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. It was like the room in Star Wars where it's like the trash compactor room.
Yeah. Right. Well, you probably really didn't want Jumbles to die.
No, I didn't want Jumbles to die. He got real close for a minute there.
The
And I was like,
malevolence-
if he dies, this is a bummer, but part of me was also like, this is a bummer. This would make great storytelling.
Would make
What do I do
all the
now?
time, yeah.
What do I, Corey Proof, do now
Yeah.
if I can't have a character in this mansion that's been trapped?
Because I had thought about that a lot going into Malevolence. And also, by the way, the family of Malevolence would not have survived the house, flat, simple, period, without the support of the immense support of the viewers. Because you and Talus both would have eaten it during that awful bridge fight.
Also a random episode, just...
Totally random. I thought that I never would have thought that would have been such a big issue. You guys would have eaten it for an 100% certainty.
Yeah.
And then Lisi was... I had marked. I was just like, that's it. She totally died in there.
Yeah.
And then we got the last minute wheel.
We got 6 wheels or something.
Yeah.
Right
We
at
had
the
a
same
ton
time.
of wheels.
They were like,
was
do not let her die. I was like, whoa.
His
The
family
last
is making
It was like, there's 10 minutes left in the story for sure. And I was just like, there's one thing I can spend it on. Why would I not just spend it to resurrect Lisi, who I've marked as dead? I was like, you got one more wheel and 10 minutes to go. You can have her.
Yeah.
But, that I remember I thought a lot about with Jumbles and Cass. Because I was very concerned at the idea of killing the two characters that were children.
Yeah.
And how we would deal with that. And there were many times where I was sitting there, was like I don't know if I want to kill a kid.
in the most,
how do you do that? And
this is very morbid, but if Jumbles were to die, at least it would have been at the hands of a wild animal and not a malicious guy.
Right.
You know, it would that. There's a disconnect there.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and there was also, I mean, if you finished Malevolence, then you know that there was a lot of different, Frankenstein stuff in the basement. I had drawn up that since it was such a short run, that there was a possibility of resurrection, just but you're not gonna like it kind of thing, because it would be the creepy Frankenstein stuff in the basement, and I had a whole thing worked out if you decided to go down that occult kind of route or whatever, because I did leave that option open because I was like, it is really short, it's a really short story, so if you didn't want to, and it would be hard to put somebody else in, so I left that option in if people wanted it, but we never crossed that bridge, thank goodness, because I did not want to.
I still laugh at, because I think when Jumbles was about to die. That's also we got a bunch of wheels and hero points and stuff.
That's the one where we got a ton.
Yeah.
That's the one where we had like 6 to 8 wheels in an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that I flavored it as him just popping up, going Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Just
Well, 'cause
blasting
it's like,
away.
we don't normally do wheels like that where you can just wheel somebody to get them back up, but we had such a surplus of them at that point.
Right.
And every single one with a little message on that little like dock, and they're just saying, please don't let that frog die.
Don't kill the baby.
No, he was such a good character.
Yeah.
Though. It was so fun.
Yeah.
It's at some point we're gonna have a Tuesday stream on like stereotypes of things, and one of those is like the rare stereotypes or like the rare characters that you wish were in. Because like there's like the Jumbles character, you don't really see much of the Jumbles type,
A
where it's
lovable
just like
little
a
kid.
lovable little kid.
Mm-hmm.
There's like menace little kids. There's like honestly, there's very few kids in general. Just
It's hard
because
to play a
it's
kid, not be
war.
obnoxious.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
it's a war zone, so like it's a little tough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Little tough to play kid. But at some point we'll have to do a stream on that because there's a lot of types that I think are overdone and there's a lot of types that I think are underdone.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I think it'd be an interesting stream at some point to do.
I've got a whole rant about something that I would like to see more of in TTRPGs,
Yeah.
like the live play stuff as a whole.
Yeah.
So,
Nudity. On that,
No,
thank you guys so
no,
much.
no, no, it's not that.
So
No,
thank you
wait.
so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks for joining us. That's what we're gonna leave you with today. That's the only logical answer of what Sully was probably meaning there.
Oh my
So,
God.
She absolutely was gonna say that. I know it
Guys,
for
no.
canon.
sure.
It's canon now.
No.
That's just how Sully thinks. I guess that's just what it is.
No!
She's crazy. Anyway, thank you so much for joining. If you like us, support us at UGT Show on all social medias. You can follow us. You subscribe to our YouTube to watch our VODs. If you're watching a VOD, please like, comment, subscribe. It helps us out greatly. We have merch store. It's
I got a new shirt, guys.
new shirt, and you'll never guess what show is also coming back next week. It's Secrets Between the Stars season 3.
Yeah.
Next week is a long week. We have a lot going on
The next
for you
2
guys.
weeks is gonna be
It's gonna be a lot
a
for
little crazy.
it's gonna be a lot for Corey Roof, that's for sure. We've got next week, Monday, is the finale of the two Defy the Dragon mini series.
Yes.
Finale, big boss fight, gonna be super cool. Tuesday, there might be a talk show. I'm gonna be keeping it real with you. I don't know if there's gonna be a talk
There
show or
will
not.
be a talk show next
We'll
week.
figure that out. And if there is one, I'll tell you. Wednesday, the season premiere of Secrets Between the Stars. Season 3.
Da-da-da.
Season 3. A lot of work has gone into that. I'm very excited. Link says go watch WWE Sully.
I need to get a new Netflix account.
Oh no!
They
I
found-
have Netflix.
But I've
You
seen
can
all the
watch over
clips. I
here.
know what's happening. I'm very excited.
Okay, good.
They're bringing back like a heel Rhea Ripley.
Oh.
She's kind of the baddie again.
Oh, sick.
Which I prefer greatly. I like her so much more as a baddie than like the baby face. It doesn't
Yeah.
work for her to be the baby face.
Mm.
She's just, I just got here though. But
Sunday. Not this Sunday, but the Sunday after is the season premiere of Strange Aeons. Excuse me, I'm just so excited. Strange Aeons Book 4, season premiere, March
Should be
30th.
Super cool.
March 30th
Yeah.
is that. It's back. We've got
Dude.
next week is the stacked week for
Yeah.
UGT. We
me
have
and
so
Marcus
much.
are
Yeah.
moving into the
Yeah.
studio.
I
We're
think-
on every single one of those.
We have a guest room at my house. You guys are more than welcome to stay.
I
I will be gone next week on Wednesday if you guys want to just stay here.
Honestly. honestly.
We'll let you all know what's going on. Stay tuned. We've got that. We've also got a ton of other stuff going on as well. Maybe Link soon. So we'll hope to see you guys soon. I don't have to get up and run to hit the end button, so I can just hit the end stream here. So on that, have a good night, everybody. We'll see you in a few days.